If you are watching this right now, there is a good chance you already know something feels off. Maybe your payment did not arrive when it was supposed to. Maybe you checked your bank account this morning and the money just was not there. Or maybe you have been hearing whispers from friends, neighbors, or folks online saying that something strange is happening with Social Security payments. Whatever brought you here, I want you to know you are not alone, and I am going to explain exactly what is going on in a way that makes sense. For millions of Americans, especially those of us living on a fixed income, that monthly Social Security check is not just a payment. It is survival. It is the difference between keeping the lights on or sitting in the dark. It is the difference between buying your medication or skipping doses because you cannot afford both pills and groceries. It is the difference between paying rent on time or getting that dreaded late notice taped to your door. When you have worked your whole life, paid into the system, and now depend on that money to live with just a little bit of dignity, any delay feels like the ground is shifting beneath your feet. So let me tell you what is really happening right now, because there is a lot of confusion out there, and some of it is causing unnecessary panic. Over the past several weeks, banks across this country have quietly started changing how they handle government deposits. I am talking about big banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, along with dozens of smaller regional banks and credit unions. These changes are part of new federal compliance rules designed to prevent fraud and protect accounts from being taken over by criminals. On paper, that sounds like a good thing. But in real life, for real people like you and me, it is causing problems that nobody warned us about. Here is what is happening in plain and simple terms. When Social Security sends out your payment, it does not go straight from the government into your pocket. It travels through a system. First, the Treasury Department releases the funds. Then those funds move through the federal payment network. Finally, your bank receives the deposit and decides when to make it available to you. That last part, where your bank decides when you can actually use your money, is where the new rules are creating delays. Banks are now required to run extra checks on certain accounts before releasing government payments. These checks look at things like recent changes to your account, unusual activity, or mismatched information. If the system flags your account, even for something minor, your deposit might be put on hold. It does not disappear. It does not get sent back. It just sits there, waiting, while you sit at home wondering what went wrong and whether you are going to be able to pay your bills this month. I have heard from so many of you, and the stories break my heart. One woman told me her deposit usually arrives on the second Wednesday of the month like clockwork. She plans her whole month around it. This time, Wednesday came and went with nothing. Thursday, still nothing. She called Social Security, and they told her the payment was sent on time. She called her bank, and they said it was under review. Nobody could tell her why or how long it would take. Meanwhile, her rent was due, and she had $12 left in her account. Another gentleman shared that he had recently added his daughter to his account so she could help him manage his finances as his health has declined. He thought he was being responsible. Instead, that simple change triggered an automated review, and his payment was held for 3 days. 3 days might not sound like much to some people, but when you are counting every dollar and every meal, 3 days feels like an eternity. What makes this so frustrating is that Social Security itself has not changed anything. Your benefit amount is the same. Your payment date is the same. The problem is on the banking side, and because of that, Social Security representatives are telling callers that everything was sent correctly. From their end, that is true. But from your end, if the money is not in your account, something is very wrong. Now I want to be very clear about something, because I have seen a lot of scary posts online and I do not want you to lose sleep over misinformation. Your benefits are not being cut. Your payments are not being canceled. Social Security is not running out of money and taking it back from you. These are temporary processing holds caused by new bank verification procedures. They are not permanent changes to your benefits. Most of these holds are resolved within 24 to 48 hours once the verification is complete, but I understand that even a short delay can cause real harm when you are living paycheck to paycheck. The people being affected the most right now are those receiving SSI and SSDI payments. These accounts tend to get flagged more often because of income thresholds and balance fluctuations that the automated systems watch for. Survivor benefit recipients are also seeing issues, especially if they recently changed banks or updated their direct deposit information. Even something as simple as changing your mailing address or opening a new savings account can set off these automated reviews. To the bank, it is just a data change that needs to be verified. To you, it is your life being put on hold. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, take a few minutes to check that all your information at your bank is current and correct. Make sure your address, phone number, and any linked accounts are exactly right. Even a small mismatch between what Social Security has on file and what your bank has can cause problems. Second, pay close attention to any messages from your bank. If you get an email, text, or notification in your banking app asking you to verify your identity or confirm your information, do not ignore it. These requests are legitimate, and responding quickly can prevent your payment from being delayed. Third, if your deposit does not show up on the expected day, call your bank right away. Ask specifically if there is a verification hold on your account. In most cases, once you confirm your information, the funds are released the same day or the next. I know how exhausting it is to have to fight for money that is rightfully yours. I know how demoralizing it feels to spend hours on hold, getting transferred from one person to another, just trying to figure out where your check is. You should not have to go through this. You worked hard. You paid into this system for decades. You deserve better than being treated like a number in some computer program. But until these banks get their systems sorted out, being informed and staying alert is the best way to protect yourself. If this information helped you today, I am asking you to please subscribe to this channel. I am here every single week bringing you the latest news on Social Security, Medicare, SSDI, SSI, and all the benefits that matter to seniors and retirees in America. I break down the complicated government talk into plain English so you always know what is happening with your money. When you subscribe, you become part of a community of people who look out for each other and share information that helps us all. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. The next few months are going to be critical as banks continue rolling out these new verification procedures. More changes could be coming, and I will be right here to keep you informed every step of the way. Your Social Security payment is your lifeline. You earned it, you deserve it, and you deserve to know exactly what is happening with it. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember that knowledge is the best protection you have. I will see you in the next video.